Hi, sailors. So welcome back to Adult Thing, a podcast about adulting and everything in between. So I am your host, 2022 JCI Regatta President and Western Visayas Regional Chair for JC Ideas, Raymond Escopel. And today we are joined by one of our members of JCI Regatta and of course, 2024 JCI Regatta Vice President for External, Blessed Bea Plondaya. Hi, Bea. How are you?
Hi, Press Raymart. Hello, everyone. Mayong adlaw.
Yeah, so we will be starting this by knowing you first. So, paano ka nag-start as a JCI Regatta member and what pushed you to be part of this organization?
Alright. I think one of my most significant accomplishments when I was in high school, way back, I think, 2013, was with JCI Regatta. I was part of one of the first batches of the Outstanding Students of Iloilo Awards. And that's when I got to know what JCI was, JCI Regatta as an organization, what they did, what were the other projects aside from Tosha. And from there, eventually, a few years later, I decided, I think right around the time after I turned 18.
Wow, pagdadalaga ni Bea.
Yes. I think during that time, I was already eligible to join the organization. And then I joined the JC Regatta around that time.
So, what was the most, siguro nga, most unforgettable na experience nimo with JCI prior to being a member of the board?
Okay, I think it was before being part of the board. I think it was the notebook mo, recycle mo project.
Oh.
I was one of the volunteers there, and I can clearly remember we were in a publishing house. I think it was with Ma'am May Joyce, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We were recycling notebooks then and there, and these notebooks were going to be brought to the Ati community in Guimaras. And from there, I saw the beauty of JCI Regatta, where it was not just about, all these outreaches or like feeding programs, but there is sustainability in the projects. The people actually was one of the main reasons why I joined, and I continue to stay with the organization. And it was such a significant project because my personal advocacy before was education. It was really about youth empowerment and education. And from there, I think it really made me decide I think I have a future here at JCI Regatta.
Yes. May future. Yung siya kay Ari na siya gisubong sa amon, no? With JCI Regatta. And Bea, you are also a graduate of marketing, right? Or marketing graduate.
I'm actually a graduate of BS.
Business Management.
At University. Yes.
And after graduation, can you tell us kung ano ang experience nimo in the working world? I mean, in the employment world na balanan?
People kind of not know about how I started. Most of them know that I was with the Department of the Interior and Local Government here in Region 6. But before that, I was actually a legislative staff at Iloilo City Hall with former councilor, currently still a councilor, Honorable Cadiz Tupas. I was there for a few months.
I didn't know that also, actually.
At the same time, I also took a part-time job with Washington College of Iloilo Ledesco campus, actually.
As teacher?
Yes, as a teacher.
Really?
So I worked really early in the morning, and then I went to the City Hall to clock in at 8. During that
so
time.
double job ka na dyan at time.
Yes,
As raketera, si Bea talaga.
To be honest, I graduated on a Sunday, sometime in May. And then Monday, I was already at the City Hall office. Yep, so no rest day since then.
So hindi uso, gidya mo, gali base ang una. Halin sang una, ang magpahuway.
Yes.
So I know Bea for quite some time already. And siya rin ang isa katawo, siguro, nga makilala ko sa JCI, nga wala ga pahuway. Kurat siya, ni siya guys. Babaeng walang pahinga. Diba?
Yes.
So after that, Bea, paano ka nakasulod naman sa DILG?
I was actually in a dinner with a few alumni of a former organization that I was part of in CPU. And it was mentioned na may opening sa DILG.
Okay.
So I thought na, my dad always wanted the government life for me. So why not? Especially na it's an NGO.
You give it a try.
I gave it a try. The entire process, like from the application to the interviews, it took me around 6 to 8 months until I was actually hired.
That is quite a long time, ha?
Yes.
So during that time, for 8 months, gaano ka lang yabi?
I was still with my current job.
Okay.
And then right after the school year finished sa Washong, I had around 1 month of just sitting there at home.
At least nakapahuway ka.
I'm trying to fix my papers, especially because this is an entirely new job with stricter requirements and all of that. It needed more preparation from me. So, yeah, it was more of, I think amo na guro ang matawag nga nakapahuway for quite some time before
Ay, after graduation, nagdire-diretso ka na yadaan. So I think that's one of the lessons, man, for our young generations, no? Especially for those who are graduating soon or just graduated, no? Kaya ako man actually, just to share to everyone that after graduation, I also worked after. Oo. So buong kapoy na kita. Joke lang. Oo, naawa na pala. Pero that's a good thing that you rest for quite some time or some time lang yan, no? But you don't quit. That's the lesson there, siguro. You just stress but don't quit. So after, going back to your story, naging circus ang akon. Going back to your story. So you entered DILG. So for after 8 months na.
Yes. So when I got into DILG, it was entirely new. And I was assigned sa office of the regional director.
Agad-agad.
So, actually, to be very honest, I am very privileged and so lucky to be assigned in that office because until now, shout out to RD Anthony Toanoida, he still is one of the best mentors I've ever had, and I'm still in constant contact with him. And during the time in DILG, aside from the Office of the Regional Director, I was then assigned to the Local Government Capability Development Division. So it was more on training, SCAPDev, something I think you all know, or people who know me, na amo ginang ako niya nga
forte. Yes.
So from there, I was undergoing training with the Local Government Academy as in my position as LGOO. I was with DILG for nearly 3 years. And nearly 3 years.
Dugay man gali.
Yes, dugay gid gani. Yeah, and then eventually, the pandemic happened. Things started to feel differently, and I'm now here in a entirely different industry.
Yes. So speaking about entirely different field, no? So ano ang nag-trigger si mo to, of course, being part or an employee of an NGA, National Government Agency, you are privileged enough to have good salary, of course, plantilla position, but what made you decide to go on a different field, especially nga balaan mo man nga you will be going back to zero?
Yes. Actually, when I enter into something, I've always wanted nga dapat I would reach the height of whatever it is. Kumbaga, the best na gid. I remember during my interview sa DILG, I was asked like, ano plan mo for the next 10, 20 years in your career, etc. I confidently said na I will not retire from DILG if I'm not at the very least regional director.
Grabe.
Ang ginambal ko because if go all out ka na lang din. Yeah.
You give your best na lang din.
Yeah. So, it's actually now an inside joke between me and our RD nga, amo ginambal ko. But then, circumstances changed and I am also privileged to be given the opportunity to work in a marketing agency, to a startup actually. There were a lot of questions why I should leave a government position and change career and go into an agency that was maybe I think a year old, a startup gidya, if I was going to join them. And I think do diri nadula ang kulba kung nga mag, shift career, because I believe na I've always liked to challenge myself.
Yes.
So sabi ko, okay, what if? What if kaya ko man gali diri? So I took the leap. Sorry gid pa. Sorry gid pa.
Yes.
I took the leap and I allowed myself to be pirated.
So I think ano siya, no?
Marketing agency.
So I think that as the biggest risk siguro nga gin-take mo in your life, and one of the biggest decisions that you ever decided nga to join a startup, especially nga kung ang thinking daan sang a lot of people when it's startup, it's not stable yet.
Yes.
Unlike nga kung ara ka na sa government agency, especially you're in a plantilla position, your career is really stable. You have your own career path, yes, security of tenure, your career growth, ara gid siya. But ano gid ang naka-strike sa imo nga, okay, naka-decide na ko nga dili na gid kuya, mahali na gid kuya job, and I'll join a startup business and take a risk. Daan mo na.
I remember we were in a car ride. I think ara ka man gan dito.
Oh, that was?
A few years back, when I was asking everyone, my closest friends, mentors and all nga, ay, halin ko, hindi ko maghalin, malakad, And I remembered a very striking statement. This is what I say right now to all of our new hires. When the founder of Prometheus, that's our marketing agency, Alcid Fernandez, came to me with the offer to join his company, he said, in Prometheus, you'll be given the opportunity, be given the resources to create.
Yeah.
It was simple as that. To create things, to create experiences, and to create these kinds of outputs, I guess, or create a landscape where creativity would thrive, where your imagination would thrive, where you can get, be limitless, kumbaga, sa mantra naman sa Prometheus.
So, always out of the box, do something amo na.
Yes.
Go out of your comfort zone and do the things that you really want, no?
Yes.
And I think, amo kinanglan naton, for us to sustain, kay siguro, as marketers, kita gadaan as marketers, we're very creative. We don't want to be boxed. Siguro, amo ginang common denominator among marketers. I don't know if you would agree. But for me, amo na siya. But now, Bea, can you tell us about Prometheus and how this company started? Kag ano na siya subong sa...
Alright. Prometheus is the premier full-service marketing agency and public relations firm here in Western Visayas. When we say full service, we mean everything from conceptualization to execution, even down to distribution we do. So everything from digital marketing, media, social media, events management. We also have our own software company. We do all of that. So here in Prometheus, it's all about reimagining brands and taking them to the new frontier.
Yeah, okay. And we're actually here in the studio of Prometheus. No, thank you so much for hosting
Sponsored
us.
by Prometheus.
Oo. So, Bea, ano naman ang kinalain ni Prometheus among other marketing agencies? Especially, can you educate our Ilonggo viewers, especially entrepreneurs, no, about how important it is to have a marketing arm, especially nowadays nga very stiff or tight ang competition in the market.
Yes. When Prometheus started, it started right, smack in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So it was when people realized that, oh no, people are not going out. So everyone diverted to social media, digital media. But What the reason why Prometheus stands out is we are research backed and data based. So it's not something that I would just say, but proof of it is our team here were actually certified by CDM and CDP. So CDM and CDP are industry vetting organizations for marketing and digital professionals. Yes, I think you've also heard of that. We've also partnered with Meltwater. Meltwater is the global, or I think the leading social listening platform. And we're the only agency outside of Metro Manila who is partnered with Meltwater. So Meltwater allows us to provide marketing strategies that are, again, research based and data backed.
Yeah, hearing that, actually, Prometheus is a gift to the Ilonggo community, especially to startups. Kaya kadamo, naging sa startups, subong diri sa Iloilo. And I think having Prometheus here in Iloilo City, having those kind of full service, the services that you have right now, from marketing to PR to digital, it is something that our Ilonggo entrepreneurs can take advantage of, di ba, Bea?
Yes, that's actually true. If you are familiar with Greek mythology, Prometheus actually stole fire from the gods and gave it to men. So when we first started out, we would explain why Prometheus, Prometheus ang name. It's about us giving businesses, giving clients, giving brands that same fire to better their or to achieve their goals, to better their outputs, their deliverables, their sales, whatsoever, and to give them the opportunity to also create. So I think that's what Prometheus would represent here in Iloilo City, well, or in the region primarily.
But ano gid ang greatest challenge when you started Prometheus? Kay you are one of the pioneer employees gid dad. You were one of the first persons during that time nga nag-start si Prometheus. And especially nga ang Ilonggo market is really conservative by nature. So ano gid ang imong greatest challenge nga na-face out of that?
Well, first, I think I was one of the first 10 employees, hindi Indoro pioneer. One of the first 10 lang. In Prometheus, on the market is infant when we started. There was very low acceptance of the need of a marketing agency or of a marketing arm na third party. It was very hard for businesses to invest siguro in services of Prometheus.
Because they have their organic, for example, marketing arm,
in-house.
Yes.
But I believe is that Prometheus came in the right time because Prometheus offered results. And Prometheus offered results that are both tangible and intangible. Why were we able to grow from a group of 10 and to now a team of 50 storytellers composed of graphic artists, copywriters, strategists, engineers, the entire shebang. In a span of less than 5 years. It's because we ensure that we deliver not only KPIs online, but actually convert. So as long as we continue to do that, I think we will still open more opportunities, not only to serving more brands, but also to other small or boutique agencies, publishing houses, to also go out there and venture out on the marketing field. So we're very happy actually to see these new agencies or even content creators and freelancers going out there and taking the opportunity of this now toddler market. Hindi na siya infant.
Correct, toddler na siya. Actually, just a trivia, I am also one of the influencers that all Prometheus always get for their projects. I'm thankful for that also. I get to help, of course, one of my advocacies, of course, as a member of JCI, and my personal advocacy ganyan ako is to help small-time businesses promote their products and services. And through Prometheus, I was given the platform to maximize that advocacy. And that's good actually, man, for the market of the Iloilo nga now very thriving, especially of the digital platforms that we have, no? So, Bay, subong naman niya, ano naman ang, for how many years na yun, subong si Prometheus,
We're actually turning 5 this August.
Oh, nice. So,
milestone.
In a span of 5 years, ano ang greatest achievement na for you ni Prometheus? Ano ang mga lessons nga na-learn mo nga wala mo dito na-learn before when you were still with other field?
To be quite honest, I came into Prometheus, I was pretty young, 23. I was promoted to GM at the age of 24. I was then promoted to COO at the age of 26. So, as a woman, I never thought that, you see that, these positions, these opportunities are given to people who are more experienced, more skilled, and all. One thing I've learned in Prometheus is, again, going back to what Alcid once said, is I'm very proud of the platform and the opportunities that it provides to our team members. So, we hire students. We hire even those who were not able to finish their studies. But because they have the skill, they have the character to be imaginative, to be creative. I think that's one thing that I'm most proud, because no one believed in the concept of a marketing agency.
Yeah.
Here in the region, or even here in Western Visayas. Or Bisan diri na lang sa Iloilo City, diba?
Actually, yes.
No one believed that a marketing agency would thrive. But Prometheus is living proof that when you put your mind into something, when you get the right people, share that same goal, we're able to achieve anything. So, Prometheus is actually a platform, a rocket ship maybe for others, to also give way for them to achieve their dreams and goals in life. So I think medyo cheesy siya, but I don't think I don't wanna dwell sa mga technical things of my job and all of that. But yeah, I think Prometheus is a platform for a lot of individuals.
But what is the core of the business, Kidja Bay, ni Prometheus?
What do you mean core? I think that's one thing siguro, going back sa sa being a platform. Siguro one of our favorite core values siguro would be curiosity.
Okay.
It's actually a really strong core value here in Prometheus. So we want to embed curiosity in the way that we do marketing, in the way that we do public relations, and even in the way that we do continuous learning. So at its very core, Prometheus is part of the communication industry. So we want to be able to communicate to our brands, to communicate to their clients, our brands to communicate with us to communicate with our clients, and all of us communicate effectively in the community to be able to reach all of our goals and objectives.
And I think the important factor of that core is storytelling.
Yes.
So if you tell the story of your clients in such a way that they can relate to it, then probably that's gonna be effective, a kind of marketing as well.
Yes. That's why I mentioned earlier na here in Prometheus, we're all storytellers.
Yes.
So whatever role that we take, at our very core, you're correct, we are but a storyteller.
Okay, so a lot of things that I learned about Prometheus, no?
About
But
me.
and about you, of course. And recently, di ba, si Prometheus got another feat when Alcid won an award
Uh,
last year.
yes, actually,
Oo.
last October 2023,
Mm-mm.
Prometheus was a finalist of the Marketing Excellence Award
Mm-mm.
for our campaign, Bugal Sang Kwarto campaign, of
Yeah,
which
I
you
was
are proud
part of
of,
it. Oo.
under the sector of nonprofit marketing.
Oo.
And on the same night, Prometheus, through LSID, was awarded as Marketer of the Year.
Wow. So see, in just a span of 5 years,
Four pa
four
lang.
pa lang last year, no, you've got a lot of accolades na from and you were known already and you got big brands to be part of Prometheus as well. Even not really Ilonggo or local brands. No, there are a lot of national brands coming in here, and you are one of the marketing arms nila. Tama.
We're very happy that
Mm.
Prometheus is now being acknowledged as kind of like the go-to agency for
Mm-mm.
national and international brands when it comes to activations in the area. So
Mm-mm.
we're very happy with the feedback of our clients,
Mm-mm.
telling them to the other brands who now become our new clients.
So it's the word of the mouth.
Yes.
The most effective marketing tool.
Yes. And because
Oo.
gabalik sila.
Yes, it's because you deliver the goals that they want to achieve, man. So I think, no, from out of the story, your personal story as an employee to being one of the members or of a startup business, no, I think ang lesson ginya makuha nakon is you have to take risk and take that one big leap of faith, no, for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. And I think that's Bea. Wala lang, hindi siya nagpapahinga.
Yes, and that's
Oo.
actually true. Kay, I would always want to feel nga ginakulbaan ko. Because kung ginakulbaan ko, it means na I actually care about it. Like, it really means something to me nga ginakulbaan ko if I take this risk.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I know nga, maybe or not, it's going to be worth it.
So, taking risks is really something nga ubrahon ta. I think okay daw amo na. It's going out of your comfort zone at the same time taking responsibility of whatever decisions that you will be making.
Yes. And one perfect example I would like to share. It's still a funny story, and people don't believe me when I say it. When I entered college, my mom wanted me to take AB English, journalism, things I was good at, I guess. My dad wanted me to take education, something
because both of your parents are teachers.
both of my parents are teachers. But when I arrived information centers ng CPU, I actually asked, anong nami di nga course?
So, suggestion.
So, I actually asked that, and then the person said, nga, mayo man naman mga accountancy. and business. So, I thought, I want to be educated in something I have no knowledge about.
Okay.
Exactly zero. So that's why I took up accountancy and then eventually business management. So take risks.
So that's the result of taking a risk.
Yes.
So Bey, now, finally na lang, or lastly, what's your message na lang for those people who are afraid of taking risk and to go out of their comfort zone?
Alright, so hi everyone. I think my message would be to take risks, but most importantly is it's not even about knowing what you're passionate of, because passion wanes down, madula ang imo passion. But since then, I've always said passion with a purpose. So, what's your purpose? What's your goal? What's your objective? And then you gather all that passion to achieve that goal.
Yeah.
So regardless of whatever you're passionate about, goes for everyone else. Find your purpose. Always ask yourself, why am I doing this in the first place? And put all of your passion in achieving that certain thing.
Yes. There you have it, guys. Be passionate and find your purpose. So, amagin na siyang key takeaways from Bea. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This ends our episode of Adult Thing. And see you on our next episode. Bye!